Hi guys, Mark here. Well, welcome again today to Poole Moto here in the south of England, and today we're going to be taking out the all new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Stay tuned. Well, hi guys, Mark here, and super excited today to be bringing you a review on the all-new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. So let's just take a look around this beautiful bike first of all, run through all the specifications, and then we'll take it for a test ride, and then we'll have a final thoughts at the end. So first off, many thanks to Poole Moto for lending me this bike today. So we'll just run through all the specs, and starting off with the price. So for the Astral, which comes in this blue, black or green, the price is £6,799. You can also get the Interstellar, which is £6,999, which comes in a grey or a green. And then the top of the range is called the Celestial, which is £7,299, which comes in a lovely red and blue, and the Celestial comes with the touring screen, a touring seat and the backrest. So the engine on this, absolutely fabulously smooth, torquey, parallel twin. It's the same engine that's used in the Interceptor, 648cc, air and oil cooled, parallel twin, 270-degree crank, which gives it a lovely sound, a throb, just like a V-twin. Lots and lots of torque. We'll go into that more later on. So basically it's the same engine as the Interceptor, but they've just revised the mapping slightly to give it a more cruiser friendly, sort of wider spread of torque from its Bosch ECU. So 46 horsepower at 7,250 RPM and 52 Newton meters of torque at 5,650. But one of the best bits about this engine is just it's got such a linear spread of power, and it pulls beautifully from low RPM. So A2 license compatible. So what a beautiful bike for a newcomer. So fuel tank size is 15.7 litres. Now, when I've ridden this before, this engine in the Interceptor, they're very economical, at least 60 to the gallon. Some owners getting a lot more, so you should get around about a range of 200 miles, which is excellent. Really nice, comfortable, padded low seat on this, 740mm seat. So definitely a bike for all sizes of riders. Just take a look at me on the bike. I'm 5'7" tall, 170 centimeters, 30-inch inside leg, and you can just see how I fit it, so you can then compare that for yourself. Tyres are courtesy of Seat, which is a very good Indian make. We've got a 100 section on the front, 19-inch front wheel. On the back, 16-inch wheel with a 150 section on the rear here. And a lot of people will be pleased to know these are tubeless tyres. 241 kilograms wet weight, so definitely heavier than the Interceptor, but because it's a low slung cruiser style bike, the weight is set quite low, so it's about the same to move about as the Interceptor, and it's not too bad off the side stand either. So 6-speed transmission, very smooth shifting gearbox, and you've got a feet forwards position. So this comes with the Tripper navigation, which is a nice touch, pairs to your smartphone. It's got an assist and slipper clutch. Other nice feature is it's got a centre stand, so you can adjust the chain and do all your maintenance. We have upside down forks up the front, which are non-adjustable, but it doesn't matter because they're set really nicely from the factory for a very comfortable ride. Twin shocks at the rear by Showa, preload adjustable. Another nice touch is we've got an LED headlight, and we have an LED rear light. So single disc at the front and a single disc at the rear. ABS is standard these days. Just working around the bike, but I mean, just looking at all the detailing, it's really nice here. All of this here is absolutely first class. It's got a USB socket. So the servicing on these, first service is at 300 miles or thereabouts, or 500 kilometers, and then it then has a service every 4,500 miles or thereabouts, which is 7,500 kilometers, or yearly, whichever comes first. And the valve check is also carried out at those services. So around about 4,500 mile valve service intervals on this. These also have a 3-year warranty, which is excellent. But just working around the bike, guys, it's beautifully made, excellent build quality, all little nice little detail touches, and it really does have a nice premium sort of feel to it when you touch everything. Okay, let's do this test ride, shall we? Right guys, Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Let's try this. What a beauty. So it's very easy to swing a leg over because it's nice and low. Moderate sort of weight off the side stand, even though it is quite a heavy bike at 240 kilos. And as soon as you sit on it, it's very, very comfortable, and you get this kind of air of quality. It's really nicely detailed, like all the sort of the grips, the switch gear. It feels really premium. The top yoke here is lovely. The tank, the badges here, paintwork's nice. So just looking at the dash there, same sort of dash as on the Hunter or the Meteor, sort of analog speedo, fuel gauge, clock, gears, and all your trips and all that sort of stuff. Nice they've included the Tripper. Over here we have cable clutch, assist and slipper clutch, which is span adjustable just there. That's a nice touch. High and low beam and pass indicators. Nice horn. Over here you've got your start and your kill and your hazards, and it's all nice and simple. That's the beauty of these Royal Enfields. So as I say, I'm 5'7" tall, 170 centimeters, and I have got my feet completely flat to the ground with knees slightly bent, so that's a good start. I think if you're shorter than me, 5'5", you're going to get on with this. And so, you know, the other way, if you're a 6 foot plus guy, there's plenty of leg room here, and it's a nice feet forward position, so you can be absolutely fine. Let's start her up. So straight away you've got that lovely 270-degree crank, parallel twin that sounds absolutely glorious. Alright, let's try this. Very nicely into first gear, and a very light, lovely clutch actually, very smooth. Alright, let's go. Right, out on the open road on the Super Meteor 650, and I have to say, first impressions are very, very good. This is a beautiful motorcycle to ride. It feels absolutely premium, and the engine is just a dream. So anyway, enough of that. Let's run through the bike and talk about every part of it for you all. Starting with the mirrors. I can see a little bit of my shoulders and my elbows, about 30%, but all in all, a good view behind. They're very much in keeping with the style of the bike. I like that sort of style. So no vibrations at all in them. The engine is super smooth. So yeah, good mirrors, look good. So riding position, absolutely lovely. Nice big padded seat, nice and upright, typical cruiser style. Feet forward position, very relaxing to ride. Engine's just chugging away beneath me. Big wide high bars. I was quite surprised at that. I think for me I'd have to undo these bolts a bit and just rake them back an inch or so towards me. I'm quite stretched out with my arms. Not that's a problem, but just if it's my bike, I would just bring them back ever so slightly to me. So we're in top gear now, very smooth, positive shifting gearbox. And there's no rev counter, unfortunately, but it's just lopping along. I'm guessing it's doing something like 3,000 RPM at this speed, sorry. Very relaxing. I mean, top gear feels like an overdrive, if anything. No vibrations whatsoever from the engine at this sort of speed. We'll try it on a dual carriageway later on. So it's just a very smooth purr. It's got a lovely sort of thump to it. Same engine as I said earlier, as in the Interceptor and Continental, but it's just been tweaked a bit for a bit more cruiser friendly spread of power. So all the brakes, I mean, it's quite a new bike that's bedding in, but they all feel very good. Right, we'll just try a little roll on. Top gear, 40 mile an hour, wide open. There's your 50, and there's your 60. So in top gear, it's got plenty of torque. I mean, it's just a fabulous engine. It's got a lovely linear spread of power, and it's just so smooth. That's what I like. So the handling, suspension, obviously it's a long wheelbase cruiser style bike. Front end feels very plush and sort of well supported. Feels very secure up the front there. Upside down forks doing a good job. Rear end, you've got the twin shocks out there, a little bit on the firm side if I was being hypercritical, but all in all the ride quality of the Super Meteor is very nice. It's pretty bumpy down here, and it's all very smooth over the bumps. Yeah, front brake is got a nice bite to it, and that is a span adjustable as well. Right, we're in second gear, just a little bit of power into third. So the great thing with this engine is it makes really decent progress without having to rev it. I mean, you're generally sort of going between about 2,500 RPM, I'm guessing, to about 5 is its sweet spot. You just do not have to rev this engine. It's got so much torque, it's lovely. So there we are, there's an indicated 60. Again, the engine feels like it's just chugging along. Very relaxing engine, not stressed in the slightest. Top speed on this is going to be somewhere around about 100 mile an hour, I'd say, same as the Interceptor. But yeah, the ride quality is excellent, but you know, the whole feel of the bike is just of premium quality. It's really good. I mean, Royal Enfield have, you know, done it yet again. Right, so 60 mile an hour, nothing behind. Try the brakes now, front and rear. Cool, they are good, very good. Right, into first, here we go, a bit of power. Into second, just short shifting through that lovely bulging mid-range, and there's your 60 with no problem whatsoever. Stick it into top and just cruise along. The overall sort of bike, I mean, it is a cruising style bike, long wheelbase, but it changes direction well enough. Super bumpy down this bit, and it's really nice ride quality. So Seat tyres front and rear, 100 section and a 150 at the back. They provide good grip. It's pretty chilly today, but they're feeling very good and planted and grippy. Let's try it around this bend. Yeah, holds its line nicely. It doesn't pogo at the rear with the rear shocks, so they're good. Just try the back brake. Back brake's very, very good. That's nice. Down to 4th gear. Just wind it open. There's your 50 and there's your 60. So it's very zippy through the gears. It may only have 46 horsepower or so, but it's all about the torque with this engine. So currently in 5th gear, just opening it up now, see how it pulls up the hill. Oh wow, it's so effortless. Top gear and it's still pulling up the hill. So far guys, this is absolutely beautiful bike to ride. It sounds nice, it's got a really nice tone to it. It's smooth, there's no nasty vibes coming through any part of the bike. It's just got that lovely parallel twin throb that you can feel, that's so soulful. Right, let's take it on a dual carriageway next. Okay, coming on to a dual carriageway now, 3rd gear into 4th, beautiful mid-range, just short shifting, 60 mile an hour indicated. Into top gear now, which really does feel nice and high, so it really drops those revs down for cruising, which is just what you want. So there we are, indicated 70, absolutely no problem whatsoever, very relaxing. Holding its line quite nicely around this corner, no nasty weaves or wobbles, feels very safe and secure. So if I open it up in top, there's plenty more power to go, right up to about 100 miles an hour. We'll just slow it down to about 65. Wind blast, totally acceptable. Obviously it's a naked bike, big wide bars, you know, I'm really catching the wind here on my chest, but it's all very acceptable. Not uncomfortable in the slightest. These slightly higher revs, still can't feel any nasty vibrations through the bar seat or the pegs. There's just like a nice little sort of throb coming through everything, which is just so soulful and lovely. Mirrors are nice and clear. Very easy to read dash there. So let's just slow this down to 50 and then we'll do a bit of a roll on. 50 mile an hour, top gear wide open. 60 and there's your 70, so it's got plenty of top gear roll on there. See, I can imagine if you had the touring version of this with the nice big screen up there and the panniers at the back, it would make a really nice touring bike. So top marks for me for the Super Meteor on the dual carriageway. Very relaxing at the higher speeds, beautiful smooth engine. It's quite a weighty bike, so it feels very stable. It's not much wind today, but it's just absolutely solid as a rock. But it's just such a fabulous quality machine. So Royal Enfield have really done well with this one. Okay, let's try it in town next. Guys, so we're in town now. We're going to just try the Super Meteor out. We're going to check the fueling, make sure it's smooth on the fuel injection, check the throttle response, check the general handling at low speeds, because you may well be going to the shops on this or going to work or whatever. So currently in 2nd gear, just dropping it down. Throttle response is nice and gentle, it's not snatchy. They've done a nice job on the fuel injection with the Bosch ECU. It's very, very mellow fueling. We're just trundling along at the moment in 2nd gear. Engine's purring along, and yep, there's no nasty surging or hunting in that fueling. If I open it up, there's plenty of pull there from low RPM, but no, it's absolutely like a sewing machine just going along at this sort of speed, so that's great. So there's a feet forward position, quite a big, quite a long, quite a heavy machine. It's all very easy to handle, mainly due to these lovely great bars. There's plenty of control, and you can still swing it around. It's very easy to maneuver. Clutch is very, very light. It's very smooth, assist and slipper clutch. And so you've got your feet forward gear position, sorry, your feet forward position. I did wonder if they were going to fit a heel and toe changer on these, but this one's just got the toe. Down to first gear, just feathering the clutch. All very easy and nice. I mean, the bike is very low, so the centre of gravity is low, so it's quite easy just to chuck about. Plenty of pickup from low RPM there to get yourself out of any trouble or tricky spots. So we're third gear now, 30 miles an hour. That's holding up really nicely. See if it will do fourth gear. Yeah, it's doing fourth, but it prefers third. So that's really nice, guys. Super smooth, very responsive, perfect fueling. Couldn't really get much better than that. So the Super Meteor is superb in town. Okay, let's wrap it up down here at the beautiful Poole Harbour. Well, I have to say that has really changed my mind about cruisers. If you're not a cruiser type of guy, this bike may make you change your mind. It's so nice to ride, smooth and comfortable, and it's just got a lovely premium feel to it. Right, let's pop over here and do our final thoughts. This will do nicely. Okay, right, so very easily into first and neutral, so the gearbox is really nice on this, very positive and smooth. Give you a final look at that dash. Lovely parallel twin sound. Right, we'll just see what the turning circle's like. No problem with that. It's got quite a decent lock from side to side. Super job. Alright then. Just see what it's like to put onto the centre stand. Got a nice convenient little handle here. So it's quite a heavy bike, bear in mind. Oh, easy, really easy to put that up on the centre stand. That's good. Alrighty, let's have a look round, shall we? Wow, it does look good, doesn't it? So just starting around it again, so nice. It's got LED headlight. I haven't tried it at night, but there's no doubt that'll be bright. Beautiful, sort of like metallic blue. So upside down forks. Got a good, nice sort of planted feel to it. Good sort of a plush front end there, really nice. The Seat tyres feel great. Bi-Bri, single disc on the front there, that means bi-Brembo. Really good braking power. Star of the show is the 648cc parallel twin, super smooth, beautiful spread of torque. Absolutely, it suits this bike being a cruiser, absolutely down to a T. So first class engine there, reliable, cheap to service and economical, can't go wrong there. All the back brakes really nice and positive as well. There's your oil cooler. So behind here you've got the battery behind there. Very smooth clutch, that's great. pretty firm rear shocks, but all in all a really nice quality ride. You can get sort of panniers that fit here, I believe. Exhaust note sounds really good. So off the side stand, it's not heavy off the side stand. You think it would be, being 240 kilos, but just to push around, it's not too bad at all, so that's all good. I do like all the sort of little detailing touches. All this looks really nice. So all in all, guys, that is a beautiful bike to ride. I'd probably choose that actually over an Interceptor, purely because it's so comfortable to ride. It is really, really nice. So yeah, I would give that 5 stars. Royal Enfield just keep producing these great bikes. So I've got the Hunter 350 myself, and I love that to bits, but this is definitely a fantastic bike. They're going to sell loads of these, I expect. So guys, please, I'm sure you will, post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this beautiful new Super Meteor 650. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and please, if you would, be so kind to share this video around. That'd be much appreciated. Okay guys, ride safe, all the best, and bye for now.